Hi, hi! This is an epic story, A Calabash of Poi from Hawaiian Islands. A calabash of poi, that is, a bowl of Hawaiian food, is about Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of fire and volcanoes. The tale wonderfully weaves the origins of the Hawaiian Islands and its moral values of respect, kindness, and hospitality for elders and unknown people. This moving story was initially published in The Path of the Trade Winds by Coral Wells Thorpe in the year 1924. Here is the story, A Calabash of Poi. Once the goddess of fire and volcanoes landed on the island of Hawaii. She was quite fond of disguising herself as a frail old woman. It is said that Pele created large pits using her magic stick to erect fiery mountains and volcanoes in the Hawaii island. She was quite old and had ill-tempered lines crisscrossing her stern face. Her favorite activity was to explore the human world camouflaged. So she thought of walking one day towards some of the houses in the mountainside. She managed to make a tree branch as a cane, and holding it, she started rambling. For you to know, ko tree is most common in Hawaii and its wood is considered the finest wood in the world, with its unmatched depth, color, and grain texture. Pele noticed two Hawaiian houses in the village. Well, let me check these two houses, she murmured to herself. The first house was quite decent sized, thatched with tie leaves, that is, elongated leaves that comes from a palm-like plant. The home was in the middle of the bountiful garden. The fruit-laden trees like taro, bananas, coconut, palm, berries all blossomed slowly. Pele liked the sight and calculated its worth and then decided to enter the big house. Aloha! Greeted Pele, interrupting a small group of people having their 5-course hearty meal. As the iron gates creaked open, the man of the house disinterestedly looked at the short old woman and called out, "Aloha, what do you want?" The man did not say anything, probably wanting her to leave immediately. Pele understood that she was not welcome in the house, but she waited and then finally said, "I have been walking for 2 days without food and water. Can you give me a calabash of poi, that is, a bowl of Hawaiian food, which is made from the underground stem of taro plants?" Pele noticed the thick taro plants around the house while she spoke. Taro plants are tropical Asian plants that has edible tubers and leaves and grows in the Pacific region. The man curtly said, "We have no poi today. We ate poi and that's also finished." "Perhaps a small chunk of salted fish, please?" Pele asked. "No fish or anything," was the rude reply from the man. Pele asked again, "How about some ohilo berries to quench my thirst, please?" Ohilo berries are a kind of berries that is available at Hawaii Island and the Maui Island. The middle-aged man impatiently said, "Look, lady, as you can see, we only have green berries, and you can drink juice out of green berries." Pele's eyesight was in great shape. She could see the fruit garden had ripe orange berries oozing out. She controlled her anger and fury. Then she nodded her head, reluctant, and left the selfish family house, wobbling. She walked down a slope and entered the next house, which was small and had more miniature garden than the trees. They just had very few trees only. Her attention caught the sight of cheerful young kids playing in the humble garden. The parents were relaxing, soaking themselves in the calm Hawaiian sunset while the sun was fading behind the smooth slopes of Mount Loa. Peli cleared her throat and said, "I think your supper is over. I do not want to disturb you, but I am hungry and tired after 2 days of continuous walk. Can you give me some calabash of poi?" "Sorry, old lady, but we don't have any fish or much poi," said the poor villager. "But you're welcome to eat what we ate." And before he could finish his answer, his wife asked Peli to sit on the mat while she hurriedly went inside the kitchen. The woman gave a sizable calabash of poi to Peli. She did not hesitate for a moment and dug into the food as soon as it arrived. The lady was happy to see the older woman eating with much relish and comfort. "Would you give me another calabash? I'm still hungry," Peli asked the lady of the house one more time. And to this request, the woman went to the kitchen immediately and brought the second serving filling to the brim. Peli gorged the second calabash in no time. To check the family's patience and generosity, she asked again if there was any more calabash left. The woman filled the third bowl, not as full as earlier, and said, "I apologize as our garden is small and this is all the poi I have got." Peli devoured the last serving and arose while keeping the empty bowl aside. The family was caught in surprise to see a frail old woman raising massively in her foot and exuding goddess-like aura. Peli announced, "Whenever your rich and selfish neighbor plants taro trees, it will wither and die the same day. The bananas will never ripen and hang as green piles in all seasons. Their coconuts would fall on the heads of their pigs." The low-income family was awestruck as they listened to the goddess. Peli added, "On the other hand, I am happy at your hospitality. I bless you and your family. If you plant taro in the night, it will mature the next morning. Your bananas will ripen in one stroke of sunlight, and cane will sweeten in a day. You could plant as many crops as you want against your rich neighbor who would ever have in 10 years. Before the family could understand entirely and thank the goddess, Peli vanished like a swirling cloud of smoke into the thin air. As the dawn broke, the family went to their garden to see if the goddess' prophecy was true. Astounded, the man said, "This is a miracle. We are blessed. Look at the yellow bananas and thick, long taro trees all around. Even the cane is ready to be cut and sold in the market," gushed the wife. The children were collecting red plum berries and purple flowers scattered in their lush garden. Out of curiosity, when the kind family checked the selfish neighbor's house, they did notice that Peli's curse had descended upon them. The whole garden was bereft of any plants, fruits, or flowers. The tall taro trees were lying like corpses on the ground, and the lively surroundings changed to ruins. The sight was frightening. The whole family was flustered as they did not understand what happened overnight. As his children inquired about all this, the man said, "Always show your kindness to old adults and be nice with them. Be hospitable to old folk and help people who need it. For you never know if the guest is Goddess Peli again." He murmured to himself and walked back to his house. That's the end of the Hawaiian epic, A Calabash of Poi. Hasta mañana!